So the first and most straightforward way to configure the Ubuntu dock is using the settings. Simply open the menu on the top bar and choose Settings. What we are interested in is the fourth entry, Appearance, this one. And if we scroll down a bit, we can see a few properties of the dock that we can configure. The first one is Auto Hide the Dock. And if we enable it, the dock will auto hide. So when exactly will it be hidden? In two cases. The first one is when we maximize a window. So let's, as an example, maximize this window. And we can see that the dock completely disappeared. The other option for the dock to hide without maximizing a window is if we move a window to the left so it occupies some of the space used by the dock. So when I move this window to the left, as soon as it overlaps with the dock stops being displayed. It should be noticed though that in both of these cases, when we click on the Activities menu, the dock reappears. So that's about the auto hide feature. The next one is Panel Mode, and what this one does is stretches the dock so it uses the entire height of the screen. By default it's enabled, but if we turn it off, we can see that the dock is now centered and it only uses the amount of space it actually needs. We can also change the size of the icons and make them bigger or smaller. If we use more than one monitor, we can choose on which of these monitors the dock will be displayed, and we can also determine its position on the screen. So by default it's on the left, but we can move it to the bottom or to the right. The last option allows us to configure what will be displayed on the dock. So we can either show or not show volumes and devices, and we can also show or hide the trash icon. So these are the settings we can change from here. But one option that's not here and I find very useful is minimize on click. What do I mean by that? So if, for example, I have this window open, I would like to be able to minimize it by clicking on its icon on the dock. But right now, if I click on it, it doesn't do anything. If I have more than one application open, I can switch between them by clicking on their icons, but clicking again won't minimize the window. To achieve that, we need to install another tool, namely Deconf Editor. So let's install Deconf Editor. And let's open it from the Applications menu. Here it is. And we are warned that we can break stuff using this application, so we need to be careful. Now, to configure the dock from here, we need to go org, gnome, shell, extensions, and then -to dock. Here we need to look for the click action, so let's scroll down. And here it is, click action. And right now we can see that it is set on focus or previous. And we're going to change that. So let's click on it and disable use default value. And now we can set the wanted behavior ourselves. So let's click here and I'm going to choose minimize or previous. And let's apply. And now, whenever I click on an icon of an application on the dock, it minimizes the application. So I can open it, and then I can click on the icon again, and the application is minimized. To open a second window of an open application, we can shift-click. And now we have two windows of this application, and when I click on the icon, I get a preview of all of them, and I can open the one I want. One last thing I want to show is how to completely get rid of the dock. So to do that, we're going to install the GNOME Shell Extension Manager. And let's open the Extension Manager. And here I'm going to disable the Ubuntu dock. And now it is completely disabled and won't appear at all. Now I think that most people will not do it as they find the dock useful, me included. But remember that by clicking on the activities, you get a very similar dock at the bottom, so it might be an option to consider. Anyway, if you got tired of everything we showed here and you just want to get back to the good old stock Ubuntu layout, just run deconf reset and then -f/. And everything will be restored as if we never made any changes.